And then Madam sorry, who's also the regional manager for East Region now. She's the manager for East Region. I hope you can remember that. Not forget.
She said, almost she said, pa, into nine, in 9 way, wohoy. Now you're that president, as here, now you're that state housing. And Nana Kwabna, Apia, on the Juma for Oni ne juma efo. Ono na odi anim. Nti ono ne abeda na se. Ama ebi aka ne juma efo.
Zion.
Se be say MC ne kan no. Oka bibi. Oka say State House ne juma no. Ansa na ye de hye na na afia ansa no.
Zion.
Se be na juma no. Ento sneaker kra.
Zion.
Obi so no. Se be bro ni beka no. Ye wo say o the modernization aba.
Zion.
Adansi.
Zion.
Ye wo say ono so pe kwan bia. Obeti ma ye adwuma na abra onfa bibia anto aban so.
Zion.
Onfa ke bia anto aban so.
Zion.
Na ye say the oye ni nyina so e ko ne ni.
Zion.
Yes, ye be ko na ba so.
Zion.
Kakra ye be ka etwa to ne say.
Zion.
Ye the immigration for ye did that in be show musa.
Zion.
Let me omo ye servicemen.
Zion.
Omo boy ye hu ban.
Zion.
Omo be ye ni omo betna.
Zion.
Ni omo betna so dwen.
Zion.
Ni omo tini nyina na omo so boy ye hu ban.
Zion.
That from 4 days, what is a serviceman to us as so I want my home.
Zion.
You better immigration for us as I say, almost all a dining.
Zion.
You go in the address, and you will be 9 in Ketahudia, a swing.
Zion. Zion.
Oh, Monsieur, I am my son, Emma. You bet me I need a change, say. You bet me I need a change, say. I wish I was sorry, you bet Alfred, the Honorable Minister for Works and Housing, and also the MP for Kumasi, Arabi, Honorable Kojo Opon Kroma to address us. Please, shall we welcome him with a round of applause? Ana oyoko he only penny for mo say me penny apida he any board members of State Housing Company, Deputy Minister Designate for Works and Housing Dr. Ama, Managing Director Management and Staff of State Housing Company, the Comptroller General, who is also my senior learned friend, officers, men and women of the Ghana Immigration Service. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I want to start by thanking you all for making time for being with us this bright morning for this very quick ceremony. And I also want to pay tribute to my predecessors whose hard work and fortitude has contributed to the success that we inaugurate here today. The Honorable Atachia, former Minister for Works and Housing, the Honorable Francis Asel-Sobuache, former Minister for Works and Housing, the former board members of the State Housing Company, the traditional authorities who have graciously given us this land on which this project is situated. Housing, if I may give you a little context, is one of the most important parts of our national conversation, which unfortunately we don't spend enough time on. And if I may take you back to what I'll call some literature review, you will find the first conversations about housing somewhere in Matthew 8:20, when somebody offers to be a disciple of our Lord Jesus Christ, and he warns him that the basic housing that other people have, the Son of Man does not have. He says, foxes have holes, the birds of the air have nests, but bear in mind, the Son of Man does not have a place to lay his head. It is what every person naturally must have, but for the line of work that you want to choose, you will not get that. Maslow argues that shelter is one of the basic human needs of man. In other jurisdictions, housing is actually described as a right in their constitutions. The Kenyan Constitution, Article 43, 1B, states that housing is a right for everybody. In Ghana, our constitution doesn't expressly say so. But if you read between the lines of Article 15.1 and Article 18, you will find that housing is part of the matters of dignity that we are required as a country to provide for our people. Nana Oyokohine, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today in Ghana, we need 1.8 million homes or 1.8 million housing units for the average household of 4. What this means is that 1.8 times 4 of our people do not have dignified housing. The consequence is that landlords and real estate agents take our people for granted. And that is why the government of Ghana has over the years been working hard to deliver on housing. From the Nkrumah administration, central governments have been voting resources or borrowing money in an attempt to build houses for our people. The rest who can't get access to those have to on their own buy their one bag of cement and travel to what they call site every weekend, sometimes for 5 years, or 7.5 years, or 10 years, before they're able to complete a decent house. In 2015, the government of Ghana rolled out a housing policy. After 2017, the government of Ghana put together what we call an affordable housing program. And you will find that in the Greater Accra region, for example, currently, through the Tema Development Corporation, TDC, and the State Housing Company, and the Ministry of Works and Housing, we are delivering about 10,000 housing units under the Akufo-Addo administration. We are also working hard to revive some of the abandoned housing projects, including that of President Kufuor and the Saglemi project in the Greater Accra region. The State Housing Company on its own has so far, since 2017, under the leadership of this board and management, built 8 new estates. This is one of the 8. And here, they are putting up 100 houses. So far, they have done almost 70. We are left with just about 30% of this project to complete. And it is out of this 70 that today the Ghana Immigration Service purchases 26 for its officers and men. Let's give them a big applause for what they are doing. The government of Ghana under the Akufo-Addo administration has also got a government housing program which is developing specifically accommodation for security services and other public servants. So in Kwabenya, you will see what we have done for the Ghana Police Service. Very soon in Tesano, we will commission 320 new homes, also for the security services. And today we are happy to hand over these 26 units to the Ghana Immigration Service here. But that's not all. Moving forward, the President's instructions are to develop an incentive framework that attracts the private sector to come in as master developers and develop the big new settlements and cities with 5,000 homes plus, with integrated amenities that will make available a lot of housing at affordable prices for the majority of our people. Today at the Ministry of Works and Housing, we're in the process of consulting with stakeholders to complete this incentive package, lacing before Cabinet and before Parliament for approval, and use that to stimulate the quick development of housing to reduce our 1.8 million housing deficit in Ghana within the next 10 years. Additionally, we're just about to start a district housing program, Nana, which would ensure that across the 261 districts in our country, and using local building materials so that the final products are very affordable, we are able to deliver more housing, particularly to public servants who are posted into rural areas and the districts to serve the Republic of Ghana, but also to make same available to persons who are working elsewhere, hailing from these places, and who want to purchase a house instead of struggle to build one as well. I want to commend the Ghana Immigration Service, the Council and the management led by the Comptroller General for being an off-taker in this particular project. We recommend the same approach to other state institutions, that as those who are specialized in constructing, like the State Housing Company, build, you come in as anchor off-takers. That stimulates a taking of the market by everyday Ghanaians. Once again, I want to applaud the hard work of the State Housing Company, the staff of the Housing Department of the Ministry of Works and Housing, Nananum, who have made this land available to us, and my predecessors. And as the Comptroller General mentioned, we look forward to seeing that you maintain these properties just like they are your own. I thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Honorable Kojo Oponikroma. Before we end today's program, we would also acknowledge some key persons. Mr. Ahmed, he's the Regional Manager for State House Company, Northern Zone. A round of applause. Mr. Hagan, who is the Regional Manager for Western Zone, State Housing Company. And then Madam sorry, who is also the Regional Manager for Eastern Zone now. She's the Manager for Eastern Zone. I will give her a round of applause. Not forgetting Mr. Osei for